Welcome at the Swiss booth at ISC 2024 in Hamburg, Germany. CSCS has been initiating another conference called PASC and is co-organizing it with ACM and SIGHPC. I'm here with Jay Lofstead from Sandia National Lab and from Torsten Hoefler from ETH Zurich and CSCS. Torsten, what is new at the PASC conference this year?
Well, I'm very proud to announce that this year we have the first time the ACM Student Research Competition present at the International PASC Conference in Switzerland.
And why was it important to have this competition on board?
Well, this competition is ACM's flagship program for young students at the undergraduate as well as the graduate level to compete at an international stage with their research. And Jay Lofstead today is here because he's chairing the very first edition of the PASC ACM Student Research Competition.
So Jay, can you tell us what is this competition about?
Sure. So this competition is a way for students to highlight the personal research that they've done. And what that means is that even though research is generally done in a group in computer science, students need to focus on the particular contributions that they've made. And they will focus on making sure that their poster and their presentations are just the work that they've contributed within this broader context. And the competition gives an international community, because we have submissions both from across Europe as well from outside of Europe, and in particular from America as well. We want to be able to then, based on this presentation, allow the students to essentially compete against each other to figure out who has the best grasp on their research, who can speak to the related work the best, and who understands the impact of what they're doing and how it really benefits computing overall. Since HPC is really kind of driven and become the base of so much of computing today, that's why we really wanted to bring this to PASC, is that this gives more visibility to the fundamental infrastructure that's really driving most of our compute today.
Thank you. But then how can we better advertise it with our students and our users as CSCS to participate in this competition?
Well, we just need to tell them that this is a unique opportunity. As Jay just said, this is an opportunity to build your career, to build yourself if you're a student or at whatever undergraduate or graduate level, to build your own capability to compete in terms of research, explain your research. That's extremely important to a little committee, and we hope that we get more impact there. The other question is, what do you gain out of it? Well, the winner of this competition at the PASC level and at the HPC level will actually go to the ACM Grand Finals of the competition, which is now a competition between all the winners of all the ACM conferences, so databases, machine learning, operating systems, and HPC conferences, getting together and competing for the grand prize as the top ACM student of the year.
Why do you think this PASC conference is attracting for ACM to bring this competition with us?
For me, I look at the kinds of things that PASC does, and it has a broader focus on the impacts and the practicality of what we're doing. And rather than it being just a really core, deep infrastructure kind of conference, it gives an ability of a student and just the research in general to really show what the impacts are. And that way we can actually see why this work is being done and how it's going to help, rather than it just being a niche solution for a niche but potentially very important problem. And that can speak more broadly to the community as a whole. And part of having the competition at PASC rather than at potentially a different event, this broad focus will help the students be able to really speak that broadly about what they're doing. And in terms of going to that full ACM competition, they can speak in a way that would resonate with the rest of the audience rather than just to the HPC community.
Just a final question, maybe that will be interesting. How many students have submitted in this round?
So we've accepted 12 submissions this year. SIGHPC provided travel funding. We had 2 actual rounds of the travel funding. The first round attracted a first set of submissions, then we had a second set of submissions once we were able to up that thanks to Torsten for working with them to increase that amount. And so we're going to take those 12 submissions. We have a panel of judges that will meet with all of these different poster presenters at PASC itself And we have a series of questions and things that the presenters need to make sure that they get clear, like, is it clearly that this is just the student's work? Who else has participated in it? What contributions have they made? Has the student differentiated what they've done? What's the impact of the work? All these kinds of things. And then from that, we'll take the top 6, and they will each get a 10-minute slot in the conference to present to everybody. And then based off of that presentation, we will pick the top 3 overall, and those will be the first, second, and third place for this competition.
So thank you very much, Jay, and thank you, Torsten. So I hope that this will open the door to a an additional, very interesting aspect for the students to learn about HPC and machine learning and our world. And I hope to see you all at PASC.